first vlog. It's the 1st of January 2026. I have been watching various bloggers, listening to how they do things, what their process is. I've bought several cameras. I'm currently recording on a DJI Osmo Nano, but I also own an Osmo Action 4 as well as an Osmo Action 5. And I bought that Osmo Action 4 primarily because I ride motorcycles and I wanted to be able to do moto vlogs and record my rides. And I've had that one for about a year, a little over a year, maybe almost a year and a half now. And I took it out a few times, but never really made any kind of actual moto vlog out of it. Just recorded some rides, tried to mess around with some audio. I bought a DJI Mic Mini to put inside of my helmet to try to get some good audio, but never really could get the sound quite right, all the wind noise and things. So that's something I'm going to have to play with to ever be able to do moto vlogs. But I've wanted to get into just doing some regular vlogging, and I've titled this video "Starting Before You Even Know How," because despite watching those videos and other creators and listening to how they do things and all the settings and what the process is, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm an extreme introvert, and so my personality is not one that is someone who would jump on and do this kind of thing. Putting myself out there a little bit. I know this channel is going to take a while for probably anybody to find, let alone to really take off. We'll see how that goes. I don't really know that that's something I'm terribly interested in, at least in the beginning. I kind of want to just do this, make some vlogs, see what it's like, see if I like it, see if I enjoy it, learn some new skills, and put some things together that I can look back on, see some growth, maybe show my kids one day. They can see the kind of things that I got up to. I don't really know much about a niche or what I would say that this channel is necessarily about. I think it's just going to be about me, the things I do, the places I go, what I get into. And I lead a pretty boring life, to be honest with you. I have a regular, everyday Monday through Friday job. Also on Sundays, I'm a pastor, and so I work Monday through Friday as well as Sundays, and quite a few Saturdays a year. I end up doing various things, different church-related activities as well. So I stay pretty busy with that, and it doesn't afford me a lot of downtime to do a lot of things that you might consider interesting. But perhaps trying to make these vlogs, trying to have something to talk about, to show people, to make videos about, might cause me to get out and do more things, to go different places. This is, like I said, January 1st, and I'm already trying to get into the New Year spirit. Not really one that makes New Year's resolutions, just because I know most people break those long before they have a lot of success with them. I have all the ones that everybody wants to do, right? I'd like to lose some weight, get healthier, eat better. But I think that what I really want to do this year is get into this vlogging thing and see what that might look like. And so as I make these vlogs, as I learn the skills necessary and just try to do some things, I'll bring you guys along for the ride and just see what comes of it. I've already gotten up this morning with my family and we went on a first day hike. We live in North Georgia, and so we went to a local state park here called Fort Yargo State Park. It's about 40 minutes from our house, and we took a first day hike. It was more of a walk, and we tried to sign up for the morning one, and it ended up being full, and so we had to take an afternoon one, which was an accessible hike, so it was on a paved path. So in truth, it was more of an outdoor walk than a hike, but we did have a good time, and I'll have some footage of that. I've gone to the car wash and got my car washed and vacuumed it out for the first time in a little while. Didn't do the best job, but I did what I could with those free vacuums that they offer at the car wash, and just some of those kind of, let's start off a new year on a clean slate and see what we can get into. But again, I'm looking forward to these videos and seeing what I might get into, what I might learn from it, what kind of community I might build around it, how I might ingratiate myself into the already existing vlogger community, the guys and gals that I watch, their vlogs, both regular vlogs, but also moto vlogs. And I think if I really do get into that, I might make a separate channel for the moto vlogs. I'll include some ride footage in vlogs on here, but this won't primarily be about moto vlogs. It'll just be about kind of day in the life stuff. But like I said, I've got the cameras, I've got the microphones, I've got pretty much everything I need, some accessories, some storage, all that stuff. And it's time for me to get serious about it. And what better day to start than the first day of the year? And I'll look back at this on the last day of this year and hopefully just see some growth. Will it be amazing growth, huge growth, exponential growth? I don't know, but I've got to get better each time with each rep, right? Like I said, I am a pastor, and so I do want to encourage those of you who may be looking at new things this year. What is something new that I would like to expose myself to? What is something new I would like to experience and learn? To perhaps consider giving Jesus a try. Maybe this could be the year you've been on the fence about it. You've maybe grew up in the church and have wandered away, or maybe you've never really had much contact with the church, but maybe this could be the year, and starting today, that you just look into the things of faith and the things of Jesus. Start by just reading some of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. They're about 2/3 of the way through any Bible. If you have the full Bible, if you start with just a New Testament, then they'll be the first 4 books just there in that New Testament. And they tell the story of Jesus, the things that he did, the teachings that he had, the places that he went, the people that he interacted with. And they really give you kind of a solid footing for what believing in Jesus and living the Christian life is all about. And so I would encourage anybody who is open to that this year to give Jesus a try. Maybe come back to him, maybe experience him for the first time. Maybe you've got some doubts, maybe you've got some questions, and maybe this can be a place where within the community that builds around this, we could talk about those things and answer those questions. I come from a specific theological background, but none of that really matters in the end. I major on the majors and minor in the minors. Just believing in Jesus and being saved and having him as your personal savior is what really matters. And all that other stuff that's the extra, that's denominational constraints and practices, and that has its place, but it's not what gets you to heaven. What gets you to heaven is believing on Jesus for your salvation, confessing him, confessing your sin, accepting him as your Savior, and believing on him in faith that he will make you whole and with right standing in front of God the Father. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would encourage you to look at it this year and ask any questions you might have. I'll do my best to answer those, and we'll just see where that goes, who grows from it, and what you might learn and where you might go this year in a journey of faith with Jesus.